Okay, we're going to put in a subwoofer in the spare tire well. First thing we got to do is hook up the power. So we have to come from the battery into that grommet that's back there, right there with the power cable, and then bring that power cable. We're going to take the silk plate off that thing right there on the corner, and that grommet's going to come out here. We're going to run that wire through here all the way into the trunk, and then we're going to bring back the speakers. But we got to get that power cable through that grommet first. So there's the rail. It's a frame stiffening rail, and now we have access to that grommet right here from up top. You can see it perfectly. So we're gonna see if we can pull that off, or if not, I'll just push the wire right through by drilling a little hole in the plastic or the rubber. All right. So to do that on these Camrys, we're gonna have to pop a little plastic tab here, one all the way over there, pull up this plastic cowling, and then we're gonna take off these bolts right here, and on the other side we're going to take this cross member for rigidity off so we can get access. It's either that or we got to take out the battery. I don't feel like taking out the battery, so I'm just going to take off this cross member so I can get up from above it and then through. Here's our power wire. The fuse end is going to go down by the amplifier. In this case it's the amplifier and speaker. So to push it through, kind of taped a piece of fencing wire to the end of this. I'm going to push it through the grommet from the inside and then pull it out. Probably going to spray this with some WD-40 or something to make it more slippery, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, we got the power cable through there. It's going to come up to here. We got to strip the end off and then crimp the little loop that goes onto here. So you open this up somehow, and then we're gonna put it right on that bolt there. Tape. You got the wire pushed through the grommet, and it's taped up to the power. You can see it. Just pushed it right through. It's right there. You should probably have someone help you like push the wire while you pull it from this side. That way the taper doesn't pull off, because that's the weakest link there. But yeah, we're gonna push that cable right through that hole right there. All right, so I got all the bolts out. There's these two big ones here, and then a bunch of 10 millimeters. And then you're gonna have to take out that electrical grommet right there. Stick in there and just use your plastic popper tool. And then this is just gonna come up and out of the way. I did the other side too, so pull it out. We're gonna pull it out now. There you go, on there, crimped on there. Now I'm gonna tape it up with so it does no exposed copper, except maybe they're on the end. They'll leave that alone. Then when we're finished, we'll bolt that on there, and this end's good to go. Now time to run some wires and stow them away. So next you're gonna take all these door seals off. You don't need to take the whole thing off, but just near the B-pillar here, front and the back, so you could take off this cover, because you're gonna tap into the speaker wires, which are right there, to go back to the amp. We'll do that in a little bit here. I think I'm going to backstab them onto that harness, but we'll see. And then you want to drop that seat so you get access to the trunk, and then we're going to run that power wire along here. I'm going to put it under the rug so it's separate from all these signal wires, and then right into the trunk through here, right between here. All right, so this is pretty much where it's going to run. I'm going to run it through here, under the carpet, along here, and then under this hinge, right? You want to go under the hinge of the drop-down seat. Take everything out of here, and then go right through there. And then the subwoofer is going to be in here, in the wheel well. But if you have an amp that's going to be mounted up there or something, you can run the wire there. But mine is an amp and subwoofer that's going to be in the spare tire well. So I tested it out, and it works. There's the remote. I'm going to send that forward, hide it somewhere up near the front so you can control the bass control for this thing. But I tested it out, everything works, and man, does this thing hit. Wow, 800 watts onto an 11-inch sub. So I tied the rear speaker, all the positives and negatives together because I'm going to run it mono. So I only have to tap into one side. I didn't have to tap into the other right speaker. I just tapped into the left and made it mono. But man, that thing hits. So I'm going to use some insulation, like cork board, line the inside of the wheel well here. Then I'm going to put the spare in there, and then the sub will go on top of the spare. Okay, almost finished. Just have to cover up this here. Put those back on. I got the remote sitting right there. I think I want to Velcro it to the side wall there, just for safekeeping. I ran it under the seat and then through. It's here in the back, all the wires. B-pillars back in place, all the wires are hidden. Had to cut that center screw because it was a little long. Took about 3/4 of an inch off of it. But it's going to sit there. This is where it's going to live. In there, and the OEM cover is going to go over it. No one even know. No one's even going to know that it's there. Here, I'll show you in a minute. So, got the power wire all set back there. Had to take this, for the speakers, had to take this little plastic cover off of here. But you can see there's a purple, yellow, and a purple, blue. Those are the rear speaker wires. We're going to either tap into them here or back pin them on the harness. I think we're going to end up tapping them. I think it'll hold better that way. But stay tuned. Okay, that's all set. Wires all covered. Now we can't forget, got to put that brace back on. Right here, I got it in place already, but just got to bolt it down. Put my snaps back in, plastic stuff. And then we'll be done. I'm going to put some loom around this. Yeah, you can do it or not. I mean, I probably will. All right. So I got all my wires tapped in there. I use a 3-way tap. Hopefully they work. And I'm going to test it. I got everything just kind of like put in loose. I got my power wire crimped in with the butt connector. And I couldn't find any good grounds except for right there where the seat bolts in. So I got my ground wire already crimped in. I'm going to bolt it to that seat anchor, which should be a good ground. Everything's buttoned up.
Are we saving this?
And
or is this going in the garbage?
this is all set. Working perfect.